So what would you recommend people to use if they weren't to use Build a Brand? Like what other platforms could they use? And also what tools would you recommend for getting started with video, making their own videos, uploading them and whatnot?
Okay, so the first question, if you're not using Build a Brand, I want to make sure that everybody understands Build a Brand is not just a website platform, it's a digital business card, it's a video email, a video communications platform, it's a referral generation platform, it's an online reputation platform, it is a full-blown marketing branding platform. So that is different than just a website. Build a Brand, one of the Swiss Army knife features is a website, but it's so much more than that. So I just wanted to just give you that disclaimer. So if you didn't want to use Build a Brand and couldn't use Build a Brand for whatever reason, I suggest WordPress. Hands down, WordPress. Don't go ghetto with Wix. Wix is really ghetto. I wouldn't use GoDaddy and those things. And if you had no choice, something's better than nothing. So if you had to use a Wix or you had to use a GoDaddy, then so be it. But come on, WordPress is not expensive. WordPress is the industry leviathan. It's the preeminent, the best website platform. And what makes it the best website platform is called CMS. It's called a content management solution, which means that you could design a website and not know how to design a website. All you gotta do is click and drag. And so it's like a widget. Okay, so you know how when you do emails, you could convert links and HTML in an email form? Same thing here. So I would say WordPress. So if you weren't gonna use a Build a Brand, I would use a WordPress website and I would find a theme. So if you Google WordPress themes, there's millions of companies that come up with skins. It will probably cost you between $50 and $100 to get a WordPress theme, and they're templates. And you might not be able to do some custom and cool things, but you could have a beautiful website very, very, very cheap if you figure out how to do whatever you want to do within that template. What starts to get not super expensive, what starts to cost money is when you want to customize buttons here or have shit flow in, out, and do things like that. So to answer the first question, I would say WordPress is the only thing that I would even consider. All my websites at Dealer Synergy are WordPress websites. And so that tells you something right there. I could hand code stuff, I could have hand coders do it, but I use WordPress because there's a lot of what's called APIs and plugins. For example, SEO is very important. And so the plugin that I use for my WordPress sites is called SEO1 plugins. So it's a lot easier. Just like your website, you have APIs for credit apps, APIs for trade appraisal stuff. Well, you need certain little things that can integrate with your website. Now, besides your website, certain tools or resources you're gonna need is graphic design. Because no matter what website you have, Build a Brand or you have, like a WordPress website, as you saw the difference, even with Corey's website, because we didn't get to the customization yet, as we did with Tiana's, what's gonna make the difference and make it look beautiful, it's the actual graphics and content and psychology and strategy of that stuff on there. So you're gonna need to either, if I were you, pimp your dealership, okay? So I'm not saying pimp your dealership, pimp your dealership in a good way. Take a shot, ask them, say, listen man, I really wanna do more, be more, achieve more, because usually dealerships have an advertising agency or a graphic design person. Try to get the dealership's ad agency or graphic person to create for you graphics and things like that. See, you're my daughter, so you've got the most elite Dealer Synergy graphic specialists and marketing people that can help you build your stuff. But for the civilians and non family members of mine, they could basically go to the dealership, or they could go to like Fiverr.com or Upworks. In addition to the graphic design that you're gonna need to have, other tools that I would say is video editing software, but I can't speak about that because I'm not very good at video editing myself, but that's why I own a national video company called Dealer Video Production, because I got collegiate graduates that are massively talented in video, because I'm not. But if you don't have the budget, which is extremely expensive to have like a whole team of video professionals on your staff, then what you need to do is find easy software. I heard that iMovie's good. I know that my wife Karina, she basically uses the Adobe Suites. There's like a mobile version for the Adobe Suites for Premiere, After Effects, and things like that. What I would suggest is you find video editing software that's going to be the easiest to be able to edit, because I'm not good at that stuff there. So I want to keep it Forrest Gump simple. I know that Vinny has some ideas that you guys should use, the apps that he's saying. He's way better qualified than I am. Now, if you guys want more, my video team, I could set up a Zoom to be able to have my video managers and editors kind of walk you through stuff. But now, Lee, if you could point the camera up to the TV here, I'm gonna also show you things that you should get that are really important. Okay, the most important thing is audio and visuals. Audio and visuals. And so I would look at if you have an iPhone mic, whoops, I meant to do iPhone microphone. And so as you see here, these are a bunch of different iPhone microphones. See, what's the most important thing is the audio and the visuals. So they're not really that expensive. They could be anywhere from like 10 bucks, 50 bucks. And now depending what you're using your video for, you could create, these are called microphone flags. You could have K Got You Covered microphone flag. You could have, your core guy Corey. You could have the orange tie guy. We have ones for Tiana, for T Got Your Keys for this. So if you're doing testimonials or reviews or